but I feel like I'm on a home or family kick. So I've created a couple layouts now with the Summer Farmhouse by Cartabella. Now I'm switching gears and talking and using the Simple Stories Hearth and Home. Well, the reason I pulled this one is because I am doing Thru the Rainbow 2.0, where we're doing the between colors. And this month we're focusing on mustard. And, you know, we were talking the other day about the summer farmhouse and what other collections you think of when you think of home and family and those kinds of things. Well, one of the collections I thought of is the Hearth and Home. So it was on the top of my mind. I figured, okay, I know there's a yellow in here, so I'm going to go ahead and try to use it. Well, turns out really the only yellow paper that they've got is this lemon paper. And it's just not my favorite. So I like this better, not as much. If I had, I don't know, I shouldn't have bought this paper at all, because I'm not a huge fan of either side, but it is in the collection, so I felt like I had to have it. You know how it is. But I am going to use a couple different pieces of paper from this collection, but this is the color scheme, essentially. You can see it right here. You got some gray, black, this rust color, some mustard yellow, some olive green, I guess. I'm not sure if that's olive or not. And then wood green. So I really didn't want to use this paper, but I feel like I had to for what I'm doing here. I wanted to save this paper specifically for the bottom image here. That's just not going to happen. Sometimes that's how it goes, where you really want to save a piece of paper for a project you have in mind, but you need the backside. I need the backside in this case. I tried every single other color, and this is the only one that I liked. So it is what it is, you know. And I am using a Becky Fleck sketch from A Cherry on Top. And it is this sketch right here. And what you do is you can enter your sketch or interpretation for 100 cherry points guaranteed, but you can win more. You can win up to 1,000 cherry points, which is pretty awesome because I think that's like a $5 gift card right there. So I try to, when I'm stumped, go in and use those sketches whenever I can, because really it's free inspiration and you get some extra bonus points towards your next purchase. So I think that is a win-win-win. So there's my base page, right? Essentially, that is it, okay? And I've got my two photos, and I did actually cut it down to 3.5 by 5.5. I rotated this back. I wanted this. I really wanted to have my photos on the mat completely. I just think it looks better. But I am going to use my recipe card here that I cut in half as my journaling spot and a little bit of my title. So I thought it would be funny to have the title be recipe and then talk about how my son is experimenting with his clothing styles and wanting to put clothes on himself, which I think is super cute. He's just at that age, right? And I might shift this down a little bit. I really kind of want to see the ingredients, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I want 3 lines shown. That's perfect. Right there's bada bing. I'm never going to get that when I remake this layout after this video, but it is what it is. Okay. I need to shift a smidge like that. Looks good. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Shift that and fussing with it even though it's going to change again. So I've got a cluster here. Now, right now in my base page, I don't have a lot of mustard, but what I tried to do is pull elements, and I fussy cut a whole 12 by 12 sheet of florals. So I'm starting with the mixer because of course it's mixing it up, and we got the recipe, and I got a little spoon, super cute. I might switch it out for the yellow handled one I don't know, we'll see. And I feel like I can't have yellow on top of yellow, so I've got a mustard, or not mustard, oh my goodness, rust colored flower. And I am using the partial flowers here because I figure it's gonna be covered up. It truly is. It's gonna be covered up. So these are just going to be kind of all around everywhere, right? So let's put this like right up against my photo, and that I'll probably tuck that underneath the photo even, maybe. It's not working right now. It is what it is. I could even cover it with this guy maybe, or this guy. I don't know, you know, you stick your florals where you can get them, right? Clearly, this is not working for me today. Kind of go like that, and then we can add this one to cover that up. And I've got this green that's gonna go somewhere, like there. And I've got a little guy that can get it just stick out. So that's one cluster, and I'm going to add this Embrace the Chaos. Because I don't know if you can see in the pictures there, but we've got some clothes all over. JJ's wearing my socks. It is what it is. You know, at this age, you just kind of embrace the creativity and what they're doing, because that's how they're going to learn, is through that creativity. So we're just going along with the flow. With the flow. Oh, I like that a lot better. Okay, and then I got this one. We can poke it out up here or something, you know. Man, it is really easy, I feel like. I have gotten better at just tucking florals everywhere. Florals were not my first choice, but they're becoming my first choice. And the last cluster I've got here is this clock. So I'm gonna make this the smallest, but I thought it would be cute to kind of demonstrate time, right? So JJ is moving and growing and doing all the things, and part of learning and growing and doing all the things is figuring out what his style is. I mean, he's not old. So he's got a ways to figure out his style, but figuring out how to clothe himself, those kinds of things, I think are really important. Wow, I am struggling right now, guys. There, that's a little bit better. I'll fuss with it later. And then I've got these little guys here, and what I thought I could do is just kind of poke them in and out. So pick one there, pick one here, kind of like I've got 1, 2, 3, that's good. Kind of like you do with the enamel dots and those kinds of things. I can just poke them in and out. Oops, I want this color instead. So I already have like a cluster of 3 right here, but I might want to sprinkle a couple up here. Bring in that maroon rust color. I don't know what color it is. Let's be real. Naming colors is not my strong suit. But that's how you go from inspiration of using a color to thinking about a collection that's recently on your mind, right? Because I recently had talked about this in another video, to another layout done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out everybody else who's playing along, and like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.